Have you ever bought a car and then suddenly started seeing that exact car everywhere? Same model, same color, on every street, like the whole world went out and bought one the same week you did. Nothing changed about the roads. Those cars were always there. What changed was your brain. It quietly flipped a switch and started showing you something it had been filtering out your entire life. That switch is a real, physical part of your brain called the reticular activating system, and it is one of the most powerful and least understood tools you have for building wealth. Now, there is an entire corner of the internet that has discovered this thing and wrapped it in mystical language, calling it a manifestation superpower, telling you to sit and visualize and let the universe deliver. And here's the frustrating part. They're half right, and the half they get wrong is the half that actually matters. Today I'm going to show you what this brain filter really is, the actual science, no magic, and exactly how to reprogram it so it starts working for your money instead of against it. One quick promise before we start. I'm not going to tell you to manifest anything, and I'm not going to ask you to believe in anything. Everything in this video is grounded, testable brain science that you can start using today. But I'll also tell you the one thing the manifestation crowd leaves out, the part that separates people who use this to actually get rich from people who just sit and visualize and wonder why nothing happens. Let's get into it. Number 1, what the filter does. Number 1, understand what this filter actually does because it changes everything. Right now, in this moment, billions of bits of information are hitting your senses. The feeling of your clothes on your skin, every sound in the room, the temperature of the air. Your brain cannot possibly process all of it, so it doesn't try. Sitting at the top of your spine is a bundle of neurons about the size of your little finger, and its entire job is to be a gatekeeper. It decides thousands of times a second what tiny fraction of that flood is important enough to push into your conscious awareness and what gets ignored completely. Here's why that matters for your money. Opportunities to build wealth are information, just like everything else. The side income idea, the skill worth learning, the person worth knowing, the deal, the opening. That information is out there in the flood, all around you. But if your filter has not been told that money and opportunity are important, it screens them out before you ever consciously see them. You walk right past things that could change your life, not because they weren't there, but because your brain decided they weren't worth showing you. And think about how absolute that is for a second, because it's a little unsettling. Two people can walk down the exact same street, past the exact same storefronts and conversations and notices, and have two completely different experiences of what was there. One sees a dead ordinary block. The other sees 3 ideas and an opening and swears the first person is blind. Neither is lying. They're running different filters, and the filter is invisible to the person using it, which is exactly why almost nobody thinks to change it. You don't experience your reticular activating system doing its work. You just experience the tiny slice it lets through, and you assume that slice is reality. The move for now is just to absorb this one idea. You're not seeing the world as it is. You're seeing a tiny filtered slice of it, and you can change what makes the cut. Number 2, give it one target. Number 2, give the filter one specific target because it cannot lock onto more. Your reticular activating system works on specifics, not wishes. I want more money is invisible to it because more isn't a thing it can scan the world for. It's too vague to filter. But a specific, concrete target, an exact number, a specific goal, a clear thing you're looking for, gives the filter something to actually hunt for. This is the real mechanism underneath every definiteness of purpose idea you've ever heard. It was never mystical. It's just that a vague goal gives your brain nothing to filter for, and a sharp one gives it a search term. Think of it exactly like a search bar in your own head. If you type nothing in, you get nothing back. If you type in something vague, you get noise. But if you type in something specific, the filter goes to work and starts surfacing matches you'd have walked right past. The people who get lucky with opportunities usually just gave their filter a clear enough instruction that it started noticing what everyone else screens out. The move. Pick one specific financial target and make it concrete. Not more money, a real number, a real skill to build, a real thing to look for. Give the gatekeeper an actual search term. Number 3, write it down. Number 3, write it down and make it vivid, because that's how you flag it as important. Here's a strange, well-documented quirk of the brain. The simple act of writing something down by hand signals to your filter that this information matters. It's a physical vote for importance. That's a huge part of why people who write their goals down consistently outperform people who just keep them in their head, and there's nothing magical about it. Writing it engages more of your brain, forces specificity, and quietly tells the gatekeeper, flag this, keep an eye out for it. And vividness turns the dial up further. Your filter responds to clear, concrete sensory detail far more than to abstract ideas. Financial freedom is abstract and forgettable. A specific picture, what the money is actually for, what it looks like, what it changes, is something your brain can lock onto and start matching against the world. This is the grain of truth the visualization crowd stumbled onto. Picturing your goal clearly does help, not because it summons anything, but because it programs the filter to recognize opportunity when it physically appears in front of you. The move. Write your target down by hand and get specific and vivid about what it actually looks like. You're not wishing, you're programming the gatekeeper. Number 4, attach real emotion. Number 4, attach real emotion to it because your filter prioritizes what you feel. Remember how every one of your senses wires into this filter except one. Smell bypasses it and goes straight to the brain's emotional center, which is why a single smell can drop you into a memory from 20 years ago instantly. That's a clue to something important. Emotion and this filter are deeply linked, and emotionally charged information gets priority. Your brain is built to pay attention to what you care about and to ignore what you're indifferent to. This is why a goal you're lukewarm about produces nothing. Your filter reads your indifference and correctly concludes the goal isn't important, so it keeps screening out anything related to it. But a goal you actually feel, one tied to a real reason, a real fear, a real desire, gets tagged as high priority. The filter starts working harder, surfacing more, because you've told it through emotion that this genuinely matters. And this explains something that frustrates a lot of people. Why shoulds never seem to stick. You know you should save more, should start the side thing, should learn the skill. But a should carries no real emotion, so your filter files it under low priority and quietly ignores it, the same way it ignores the feeling of your socks right now. The goals that actually pull opportunity into your awareness are never the lukewarm shoulds. They're the ones with heat behind them, the ones tied to something you genuinely can't stand about your current situation or genuinely ache for in your future. Emotion is the difference between a goal your brain protects and a goal your brain forgets. The move. Connect your financial target to a real, felt reason. Not it'd be nice. Why does it actually matter to you deep down? That emotional charge is what upgrades your goal from ignored to flagged. Number 5, change the questions. Number 5, change the questions you ask yourself, because questions aim the filter. Your brain is relentlessly obedient to the questions you feed it. Ask, why can't I ever get ahead? And your filter treats that as a genuine search request. It goes out and finds evidence. Every reason you're stuck, every obstacle, every proof that you can't. Not because it's true, but because you asked, and the gatekeeper's job is to find matches for your query. Most people walk around unconsciously asking themselves terrible questions all day, and their filter dutifully returns a world full of dead ends. Now flip it. Ask, how could I add another $500 a month, or what's one skill that would make me more valuable? And you've handed the exact same powerful filter a completely different search. And it will go to work on that one just as obediently, quietly scanning your environment, surfacing ideas and openings and angles that were always there but never made it past the gate. Same brain, same filter, radically different results, entirely because you changed the question. The move. Catch the bad questions you ask yourself on autopilot and deliberately replace them with better ones. Trade "why can't I" for "how could I." You're not being positive. You're redirecting a search engine. Number 6, review it daily. Number 6, review it daily because the filter needs to be reminded what matters. Here is the honest, grounded truth about affirmations and daily visualization, stripped of all the mystical packaging. They are not spells. They're maintenance. Your filter's settings drift. Life is loud, the day floods in, and without reinforcement, the gatekeeper slowly forgets that your goal is a priority and goes back to screening it out. Reviewing your target every day is simply how you keep the setting locked in. You're retelling the filter, on a schedule, "This still matters, keep watching for it." This is why the daily review habit works even for people who think affirmations are nonsense, as long as they do it. It's not the universe listening. It's you refusing to let your own attention filter reset to its old defaults. Repetition keeps the search active. Skip it for a few weeks and you'll literally stop noticing the same opportunities because the filter quietly stood down. The move. Spend 2 minutes every morning rereading your target and your better question. Boring, repetitive, unglamorous, and exactly why it works. You're keeping the gate programmed. Number 7, take action on it. Number 7, and this is the one the manifestation crowd leaves out entirely. Take action on what the filter surfaces. Here is the whole game, and here is where sit and visualize and wait quietly ruins people. Your reticular activating system does not create opportunities. It reveals them. It surfaces the idea, the person, the opening that was always there, and pushes it into your conscious awareness. And then it stops. Because that is all it does. It is a filter, not a genie. The moment it hands you something, the responsibility passes entirely to you, and only one thing turns that surfaced opportunity into actual money: you acting on it. This is the exact fork between the people who use this to get rich and the people who post about vibrations and stay broke. Both groups programmed their filter, both started noticing opportunities, but one group treated the noticing as the finish line and the other treated it as the starting gun. The universe was never going to deliver. Your brain shows you the door. Your feet still have to walk through it. And here's the encouraging flip side of that, because it should take pressure off. If action is the only part that actually closes the loop, then you don't need the opportunity to be perfect or big or certain. You just need to move on it. A primed filter plus a willingness to take small, imperfect action beats a perfectly visualized dream that never gets touched every single time. The people winning with this aren't the best visualizers. They're the ones who, the moment their brain flags something, do the slightly uncomfortable thing and reach for it before it slides back into the noise. The move. When your primed filter surfaces something, a nudge, an idea, an opening, treat it as a prompt to act, not just to notice. Noticing is the brain's job. Acting is yours. That's the whole difference. It was never magic. So now you can see exactly where the manifestation crowd is half right and half wrong, and why it matters so much. They're right that focusing on wealth changes what you experience, and they even stumbled onto real tools: clarity, writing it down, emotion, visualization, daily repetition. All of that genuinely works, and it works for a real, physical reason sitting at the top of your spine. That part isn't nonsense. But they got the mechanism exactly backwards, and it's a costly mistake. They think the focus reaches out and pulls opportunity toward you from the universe. It doesn't. The focus reaches in and reprograms a filter so that you finally start noticing the opportunity that was already right in front of you the whole time. And then, crucially, you still have to move. The magic they're selling was never magic. It was your own attention, quietly deciding what you're allowed to see, plus the ordinary courage to act on it once you can. That's not a downgrade from magic. It's better because it's real and it's completely in your control. So here's your move. Today, give your filter one clear instruction, one specific target written down, tied to a real reason, and one better question to replace the worst one you ask yourself. Then, for the next week, Act on the very first opportunity it surfaces, however small. That's the whole loop. Program the gate, then walk through it. And if you want more of this, the real mechanisms behind wealth with none of the hype, subscribe to Rich Person Habits, because every single week I take one more idea that separates the people who actually build wealth from the people who only wish for it, and I show you what's really going on underneath. No magic, just how it actually works. I'll see you in the next one.